sister-in-law excluded me from her wedding photos, so I excluded her from mine too.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world angry.
Get comfortable because this is a long one with lots of subtext, LOL. So this was before my husband and I got married and leading up to it. My sister-in-law never got along with me. Why? I will never know. Reasons I figured out she didn't were small, but passive-aggressive gestures. Not including the fact that she's a major drama causer.
Freaking drama llama over here.
By the way, this comes from Plant Mama 0235. And if you want to submit your own stories, just go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. She'd ignore every compliment I gave to her Facebook posts, but commented on others. No biggie, could care less, but seemed odd. When I'd visit, we could be on the same couch and she'd literally turn her body so she was facing away from me as much as she could. When I'd speak to her directly, she'd blow me off or completely ignore me. She demands that everyone works around her time schedule and no one is allowed to start partying or eating until she arrives. She would never invite me to a single thing. My husband dragged me along because he could care less of her opinion, which, by the way, also included her wedding. I was happy for her. She has two of the most adorable kids with a guy and they were getting married and the kids were in it. So cute. She told me specifically to not wear the wedding colors. Okay. I mean, it wasn't hard. I would have originally had to buy something if I did. But the day before her wedding, she's such a bridezilla. My heavens, it was insane. She ordered everyone around for the dumbest things. She demanded her wedding photos be outside, but no one could go stand in the shade in case she needed them. And this was mid-hot summer. Oh, wow. Wasn't much of a problem for me, but her mom doesn't handle heat well for medical reasons and got sick. She didn't seem to care. Everyone had to go by the schedule except her, which she was late to everything by at least 1 hour, making everyone wait places, whether at a hot park or sitting waiting for the wedding to start. We had to follow them around because she wanted everyone to see her get photos taken of herself in the bridal party. She demanded my husband to wear a very nice suit and he was going to be an usher. No, she didn't ask. She demanded. And yes, this was also a day before the wedding. So he had to rush to a suit store, spend $350 on a new suit that got the colors. And then in the end, she never had him do it anyways. We get to the wedding and boy, am I getting dirty looks. Turns out the guy she's marrying in their culture all wear the wedding colors.
Oh, and she told her not to.
She told her not to.
Oh,
and I feel like wearing the wedding colors is a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you necessarily have to in a lot of weddings, but it's definitely suggested and preferred.
Yeah.
And obviously she had her mom and dad wear the colors and demanded her brother to. So I was literally the only one at the wedding not in wedding colors. After the ceremony, they did family photos. There were so many, but understandable. You want to have a lot of pics to remember. She made sure my husband and I were in exactly one photo and were again kept out of 99% of the family photos. Again, I brush off because I'm dating him at the time, so it's not like we're married yet. Keep in mind, we've been dating for 3 years and friends for 5 years, so I've been around for a while. Proceeds to spend her entire wedding ignoring us and her parents at her own wedding. Despite all her BS, we decided to gift her a $350 dishware set. It was beautiful. She had a whole family to take care of. I figured they'd love it. I always enjoy giving gifts because it's always seemed to make people happy. And she complains that it wasn't sent to the right address. We sent it to the address on her registry. And then 2 weeks afterwards, she put it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace for $200. My perfect then boyfriend proposes so adorably. He knows I'm people shy, so he does it in the comfort of the home with our favorite snacks and just leans over with the ring and asks. I decide on a parents and grandparents, and the people in the line were the only ones to go to the ceremony. I wanted something sweet, quiet, and special. I don't like a crowd and wasn't planning to be anxious during my own ceremony. I also didn't have people walk down the line and had classical violin music playing in the background. Just a peaceful moment. I had my maid of honor, sister-in-law of my brother, 2 bridesmaids, sister and niece, and a bridesman, my brother. He has best man, brother, groomsman, my brother-in-law, and a groom's girl, his sister. Boy, did she pitch a fight when I said no kids, no extra family, no phones, paying $6,000 for a photographer. I want them pretty. She demanded I allow her kids and husband in the room. My husband helped me stand firm, so she said she wasn't coming and hoped I enjoyed the ugly photos. Mature, am I right? She decides a month before the wedding she's coming, but since her kids and husband aren't allowed at the wedding, it will just be her. Obviously, not what I said, but whatever. She then proceeds to cause drama. She doesn't want to be alone at a hotel, so she prevents her parents from enjoying any of the family wedding traditions. They make it late to photos, and she complains the entire time about the cold and how her wedding was so much warmer. She never smiles the whole time she's there, and in the single wedding photo she was put in, and witched about how the photos would look ugly at such a boring park. This is before the ceremony, mind you. So before we leave for the ceremony, I told the photographers to put her in as few pictures as they possibly could. They seemed eager to agree. So any wedding photos beyond that did not contain her at all, putting her in exactly one photo at the park. Oopsie. Right. And then she also made it so her parents missed out on the after wedding family traditions because she was tired and wanted to go back to the hotel, and told us it wasn't a good enough wedding to bring a gift to. What the heck?
What?
You have to have a very entertaining wedding with horses and with music and a live band and a DJ.
If your wedding doesn't have the queen, then I'm not bringing a present.
It's not worth a gift.
Your wedding was dull. Entertain me, little boy.
I was a little hurt that they put her first when I wanted to include them in traditions that were so important to my family, but nothing I could really do about it. On a side note, the lovely extra drama included 2 people that wore white. My aunt's verbally harmful ex-husband showed up and caused a riot and small tussle with a couple of guys in my family, hauling his butt out. Their daughter was upset, rightfully so, and got wasted and caused a racket and was also taken out gently. Realized we had a dry wedding for religious reasons, so I guess she came prepared. We're still a little sore about all the drama, but can still laugh at all the random happy moments we got to share. Also, don't come after me. It was a dry wedding, but had so much dessert and non-heavy drinks to make anyone happy, with plenty of actual board games to play. That's fun, having board games at a wedding.
I love board games.
That's an amazing idea.
I literally had that idea while I was like doing this. I was like,
really?
You know, what'd be cool is if I had like around the table while I'm taking pictures, if I knew what family members knew how to play what games, or I taught them, and then everyone just played Catan around the whole
my dream wedding.
Whoa.
My dream wedding, we're all going to be playing cards.
Our wedding signing book was Jenga blocks. Joke's on her. Love this man, so I'm going to be around for long, but time. Our personal one regret we shared for our wedding, that we didn't eat enough wedding cake.
No.
Oh, so sweet. That's such
Eat
a
the
wholesome,
cake.
sweet thing. Am I the a-hole for keeping her out of our wedding photos? Edit. I have bad social anxiety, so I usually try to deal with most things. I tried to make peace and try to build a relationship, but gave up. My family is very protective of everyone, so if I had pitched a fit, she'd have 75 plus on her saggy butt, and I don't think it would be the best plan for such a large riot. I did the photo thing more because of how she acted and frowned the entire time like a pouting child, and I wanted positive photos only.
Yeah.
And you know what I want only?
What?
I want you to listen to full episodes with stories just like this one on your favorite podcast app, whether that's iHeartRadio or Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I mean, there's just so many. So pick your favorite one, search OK Storytime, and listen to it. That's
a rock fact.
Something that is a rock fact.
That's an axiom.
There is still a little bit more, but going back to that question, is OP the a-hole for excluding the sister from the photos?
No, your sister was such a messy woman. And she
Yeah.
was causing problems up and down the wazoo.
Yeah.
And when you cause problems, you got consequences. And you can't be in the cool, pretty pictures if you're going to make a fuss and pitch a fit.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, my answer is she the a-hole? No.
What? Oh, yeah. Sorry. We're talking about the sister still.
No.
Hope you're not the a-hole.
Not at all.
You're lovely. And I want to marry you too.
We no longer care at this point, but it has been brought up a few times that she wasn't in really any photos, and my parents are still sour towards her actions of causing my husband's parents to miss the traditional activities. Thank you for the small support. It really boosted my mood and gave a small light that it isn't worth the extra anxiety, and she's pretty much blocked from everything for peace of mind and just a holiday burden from now on.
She freaking
And that's
stinky. Ouch.
That's nice because I'm so glad that the parents agree and it's not people like at her throat being like, why did you do that? Why did you not let her be in pictures?
And everyone was like, we understand.
Yeah, she's the worst.
This lady stinks.
Yeah.